Good morning, everyone. This is Small Arms Combatives, and today is our Black Friday guns and gear sale. So today on Black Friday, all guns and gear are on sale. So people right now are venturing out to gun shops, and they are going to be buying guns at an extreme discount, probably at cost of the gun shop. And in many places online, gear companies that sell gear like maybe optics and mounts and chest rigs and all the cool guy type stuff, flashlights, you get it. All those things are 10 up to 20% off, so all those things are on sale as well. So Black Friday, everything is on sale, and most of you are going out right now and buying those things. But the real question here, and I'm getting at, and this is where I'm getting at, is how many of you have purchased training today, or how many of you are planning on purchasing training today? So when you purchase training, that is an accessory for all your guns and gear, because it's going to teach you how to use the gun and the gear, and it might even tell you that maybe some of that stuff that you've already bought is crap, and it will also give you a good idea on what to get. And in my opinion, okay, my professional opinion, in fact, this is going ahead and I'm gonna call it fact. My professional opinions are fact. So when you buy training first, okay, that gives you a good idea of what to get. And I'm trying to save you some bucks here. You actually save money. So let me kind of give you an idea. Before you have training, before you have a good knowledge on gear and stuff like that, you end up buying gimmicky things. There's these companies that are coming out now, and they're not really real warfighter gear type companies. These companies are selling things that they're gimmicky, and they get people to buy it. I mean, that's how they stay in business. They're business gimmicks, okay? And so when you get the gear, it's either really cheap stuff, the made in China type stuff. It falls apart. Maybe it's not actually made out of corridor nylon. That is, if it's gear. Cheap optics. You're never gonna be able to keep a rifle sighted in with a cheap optic. You're just not. So if you're getting a hunting rifle today, the rifle's probably going to be decent. You get yourself a Remington 700 or something like that. Get yourself a scope. I'm gonna go ahead and say $250 for a scope. That's going to be the bare minimum. In order for it to hold at zero, something like that. So when you buy training, that gives you an idea of what to get. That way you're not buying it twice. Okay, so you'll end up getting this piece of gear, and you're like, man, this thing's a piece of crap and I need something better. So you end up buying it 2 or 3 times until you figure out what the best thing is finally. Next is many of you have 100 guns, and you're still going out to the gun shop today to buy more. So you might be buying, let's say you have several Glock Gen 3s, okay? Maybe you got some Springfield XDs, maybe you've got, some old SIGs, or maybe you got the new SIG 320s or something like that. And so you're going out there to buy like the latest version that's out, okay? Or maybe you're trying to buy the accessories like better, newer triggers, and all that kind of stuff. The reason why someone with 100 guns keeps on buying guns, more guns and more guns, is because they're trying to find the gun that they can shoot. When in fact, if they would go ahead and have that 1 or 2 pistols, like a service pistol size pistol, and then more of a compact concealed carry type pistol. If they would go ahead and go take an actual training class, okay, and learn how to use those pistols, I promise you would be able to shoot a Gen 3 Glock or like a Smith & Wesson M&P or something like that just fine. Okay. If you put like a match trigger in it or something like that, you're not really going to be shooting that much better. Okay, you need to have training. So the training will actually be an accessory to you being able to use that gun and put rounds on target. Rifles, I would say have yourself like a home defense rifle, whatever you call that. If that's like an AR-15 or a semi-automatic magazine fed type rifle, go get training on how to use that as well. Not only I've not only found that getting training on the rifle will help you use it better, but it'll also give you a good idea of what sling to get, which are all the things that people are buying today, like on Black Friday. So the slings, the optics, like rail systems, what lights to put on them. So when you get training, then you have a good idea of that stuff. And plus, the training will teach you how to use it as well. So it'll teach you how to use the lights. It'll teach you how to use the lasers and all that kind of stuff that you're putting on there. I see tons of people, for example, I see tons of people that buy red dot scopes and they got them in the wrong location on top of the rifle. So training will help you realize actually where that needs to be. That is, if you are actually utilizing real position shooting, you would understand that the optic has to be mounted on a certain location on the receiver. And so those are, just some ideas on why training should be an accessory. That's why training is what many of you should probably go out and get today. So don't fall into, the gimmicks that these companies are selling today. Get yourself some training. Now, in that case, I know there are not a lot of training companies that are providing sales today. That's because what their training cost is probably what it really does cost. Okay, you're never going to find high-end training on sale because they're selling the training, that information to you for the cost that it is what it costs. Okay, so you got to remember that all the instructors that are teaching that, they had to go off and spend their time and effort and perhaps money to attain that information, so you also should be paying for it as well. Some of those guys actually had to go off and fight wars in order to get that training. So we got to think about that as well. So when you pay for training, you're paying for that expertise, and I want you to remember that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in some good training, come on out and visit us at Small Arms Combatives. And I hope everyone has a great day. A happy Black Friday. Over and out.